All right. Bugs and glitches fixed. Got the hype out there in chat. What's up, guys? Repeat back with you on another Monday night. Live with these Shake and Bake Cup cars from Gateway. Very fast, couple wide track that we're going to see a lot of action from. Thank you very much for coming out, hanging out, chatting up, and keeping me company for week number 10. That's right, weeks are winding down. Next week got a very bad fast race over at Michigan, and then it's about to open up at Atlanta and keep going on and going on and going on. We're going to have all 30, what did I see loud here last? 38 cars are going to be live on track. Can't wait to see it. Got some interesting guys at the front right now. As you can see on the tracker on the left-hand side, Andrew Wisdom, Tom Harmon, and Matt O'Brien. Maybe not so much Tom Harmon, but Matt O'Brien and Andrew Wisdom have really been pulling out all the stops on Thursday nights for the Shake and Bake Indy Series. You know, a couple guys that are really fast over there have had some issues as of late, but those are a couple guys that can easily get it done on any given week. Jimmy Cocker right now sitting in P number 4 and his number 31, and PJ O'Leary in this 24 sitting P number 5. James Holzer just got into the race and already sitting P6. Brendan Book, P number 7, Tom Flitcroft, Tom Flitty, Caleb Pertko, new guy to the SMB series, Nate Mon and Ryan Crooks, and these guys are about ready to get their qualifying on. So let's go ahead and switch everything over and wait to see who's going to put it out there next. That way we can keep up with them, see what the line is, jump on board a little bit as well so we can see what these guys are doing as far as downshifting. In fact, let's catch up right now first with Byron Jones, as it looks like he's going to try to go ahead and take to the track. Nope, not Byron Jones. Caleb Pertko, rather. Looks like he's going to be one of the first ones to bring his number 51 Harley Davidson Chevy Camaro to the track. And yeah, there's going to be quite a bit of shifting going on all night long. Kind of give you a broader view of what the track looks like. Very different corners on both sides. And one side is a bit looser than the other as he comes across the start stripe right now to go ahead and take his first lap. Heading into 1. You hear him downshift. Way out of the gas. Maybe a little bit of brake right there. Maybe just trail brake it a little bit. All the way down the backstretch. And getting into turn number 2. Try to get down as low as possible to that bottom line. Hug it if he can. Give it a little bit of throttle. Let it wash up towards the outside wall. That way he's not scrubbing too much speed by putting too much wheel into it. That went ahead and completed his lap. Caleb Pertko right now with a 34:37 as the fastest time. Tom Flitcroft, Tyler Myers, Charles Kramer, and now Philip Bridgman. Let's ride along. How about with the 91 of the one and only? Where'd he go? I just lost him. Hold on. Sean Blanchard, yeah. Sorry, I was trying to read a couple of different things here. But yeah, Sean got some new colors. It looks like he went back with the white and light blue, little bit of purple in the back end, but definitely looks like he's got this Mustang GT on lock. He's locked and loaded, ready to take the field tonight. Had an interesting race last week. Maybe he can do better this week. Coming across the start stripe, and it looks like Sean Blanchard was 13th. He's going to move on up to P11. How about Eliza? Eliza looks like she is done with her lap. How about Tyler Dohar? Just now leading pit road, rocking it back and forth just a little bit. See if you can't work up a little bit of heat. Maybe bring up the tire pressures just a little bit as well in this Elite Performance number 77 Camaro. I have a feeling his first lap may be a little bit of a throwaway lap if he doesn't get up to speed coming to the start stripe. So we'll have to see how he does with that. As you see him exiting 4, coming towards the start stripe, he'll be loud and proud coming towards towards the stripe, going away from it. Yeah, there we go. You heard him just now jump back on the throttle. Not a throttle that you can just stomp on. You absolutely have to feather it back into back down. You can't just stomp it because the car will break free. Nate Doctor, thank you very much for coming out. Definitely see a first-time chatter. As always, welcome, sir. So, looks like Tyler Dohar, he's going to go ahead and bring it up to P16 on his qualifying run. Still to qualify is going to be Jordan McGraw, Ryan Crooks, Jacob Palmer, Brody Falker, Huntley, Jones, Pizzakemi, Branscombe, Castroneves, Small, Harmon, Ruiz, and a couple more. Looking to see where a couple of different guys are. How about Honeycutt here? Looks like he's done. How about Ryan Crooks in this black and white EMGG machine? See him come off all the way up by the wall, cross the start stripe, and Ryan Crooks, his first lap was 17th. Looks like his second lap is going to be right on 17th as well. How about Frank Warner in his Crenza Marine number 72 Camaro? Yeah, I mean, we saw he had a little bit of a difficulty last week as well. And looks like that is going to be it. So now we got about a 2-minute, almost 3-minute warm-up. I'll actually go ahead and show you how these guys did in practice in case you missed it before. Right now. So this is what these guys. Let me back this up one so you can see who was top of the board. Definitely let them earn their right in the spotlight for a second. But yeah, Andrew Wisdom, Thomas Harmon, and Matt O'Brien. That was first through third. That's showing you all the way back to 18th. Most notable for a lot of the guys that are out there in chat right now, Ryan Crooks was 11th in practice. I think Holzer, let me see if he made it in. Holzer might be in the, whoop, what did I do? Never mind. Let's bring that back up. Sorry about that. Holzer wasn't there. There you see Eliza. Let's keep on going through. All the way back through 38th, and like I said, Holzer joined late, so he may not actually be right there. And then in qualifying, this is the way that they're going to go ahead and stack up. I'll bring us all the way back to the beginning again. Matt O'Brien's going to start on pole. James Holzer is going to be P2. Andrew Wisdom, that was fastest in practice, going to be P3. P.J. O'Leary and Micah Allard. So that's going to be your top 5 when it's all said and done, and when these guys are getting ready to line it up. Let's go ahead and bring up your race info for tonight. Again, very, very odd looking shaped track, almost like a Darlington or a Rockingham. It's 1.25 miles, so a mile and a quarter all the way around this place. 117 degree, if I'm looking at that right, track temp, 90 degree air temp. So these guys are going to be slipping and sliding. This will be absolutely what a lot of these guys will call a racer's track tonight, because they're going to have to be able to manhandle these cars all the way around this place for quite a few laps. It looks like it's going to be partly cloudy, as you can see. Clouds in the background, 61% humidity, and about an 11-mile wind just to add to the excitement. So these drivers, when this race is all said and done, they're going to be a bit tuckered out. Their throttle pedal is going to be sore. Their throttle foot rather is going to be a little sore. Their shifter is going to be worn out, and they're going to be down for a good time. All right, so let's go ahead and clear this out, as it looks like that warm-up session is in the books now, or will be here in just a moment. So I know I see all you EMGG guys out there. who do y'all have for tonight? Any Honeycutt fans or Bethel fans, Kramer fans, McGraw, maybe some Ruiz guys? Who do y'all have out there in chat to go ahead and get this, or does Holzer go on up maybe with some help to grab yet another W? We'll have to see. Let's go ahead and bring it on up with Matt O'Brien in this Cloud9 machine. He's done great every week, still sitting on top of everything in the points. In fact, let's while these guys are loading in, let's actually show you the points right quick. Here you go. So again, Matt O'Brien on top, 289 points. 24 points back is going to be Ryan Crooks, but not too far. I mean, if Matt O'Brien has a bad race tonight, Ryan Crooks could easily move up to take the points lead. Same thing with Holzer. Jimmy Cocker would definitely need some help to happen in order for him to go on up. Tom Flitcroft sitting in P6, Honeycutt 7th, Tom Harmon 8th, Jose Ruiz 9th, and Tyler Dohar sitting back there in 10th. Let's go ahead and get rid of that and get ready for these guys to go ahead and hit that loud pedal. I'll go ahead and bring up just a ticker, that way you guys can see everything that goes on track, and we'll keep it up high for you. Let's actually go ahead and bring up your track map. I promise you I can talk for you tonight. That way you guys can keep track of where your favorite drivers are throughout the night. Again, it's going to be the 20 Cloud9 machine for Matt O'Brien on pole, James Holzer P2, PJ O'Leary, Andrew Wisdom, and Andrew Sanford. They're going to be the first ones to see that green flag fly. As you can tell on top of the pace car, lights are out. So these guys will be stomping on that pedal once we go green, and you're going to see it all right from the flag stand as Barney grabs the flag and gets ready to set him off. Here they are coming out of 4. Pace cars down pit road. Let's get ready to go.
Green flag, green flag.
Green flag is out. 38 cars underway. Here we go. All right, heading off into turns 1 and 2. 20 is going to have a little bit of momentum. Holzer had to check up just a little bit. And now Holzer's got some company on the outside with Andrew Wisdom in that Nexus number 7, not allowing him to really wash all the way up track. Some guys might call that being pinched down, but on the restart there, it was all about the throttle, all about the momentum. This track does have some banking, as you see the 24 right behind and others. I'm going to go ahead and move away from Holzer. He's blinking out just a little bit, makes the screen jump around. But yeah, that's a pretty nice looking Raptor. 24 for PJ. Now you see Holzer on the bottom, falling back just a little bit. Micah Allard in this number 61 right behind. So it looks like so far the high side is really going to be where you want to be in order to carry some momentum off. But there's a lot of guys on the bottom side as well that know how to maintain their track position, keep tabs on their tires by watching how much wheel they put into the cars going into the corners. And you want to make sure that you can maintain, from what I heard earlier by a lot of the drivers, is your right front. The rest of it, you could try to push just a little bit, but the right front was absolutely going to take a beating here at Gateway. A lot of the guys, I'm going to go ahead all the way into the back. You're going to see a name right now that you've seen mostly during. Actually, it doesn't look like Mr. Castroneves was able to start, but Dudes Castroneves, that normally races on Thursday nights, was gonna attempt, I thought, to make a start tonight. Not so much, as I'm seeing a couple guys fall through the field. I'm not quite sure what happened, but we're gonna get back up with our leaders and keep going. Looks like the 20 of Matt O'Brien and Andrew Wisdom are gonna duke it out. Yeah, there was another guy up there just a little bit ago, but now he's no longer there. He fell through the field. But great racing so far. Going to kind of work our way through just a little bit. I mentioned PJ with the 61 of Allard right behind him. How about Andrew Sanford in this number 37 Paddock, looks like Toyota Camry. 79 good wrench car for Cody Kalinka. Gotta love this Chevy. If you're a Dale Earnhardt fan, or if you ever were, or if you stayed true to the Earnhardt name, you know these colors through and through. Duncan O'Connor back here in this Deuce. Looks like maybe some Tar Heel colors. I could be wrong, but kind of looking what that looks like. How about Brendan Book in his normal Target machine, number 42 Camaro. Right behind him, Caleb Pertko in his 51 Harley Davidson Camaro. New guy here to Shake and Bake. Fairman, what's happening, man? How are you? So far, it has all been green. Great racing, seen a little bit side by side, just like this right now. You see Honeycutt down low of the 12 of Tom. Actually, it says 21, so that's going to be David Houck into 21, and then Nathan Mon right behind him in that old Earnhardt Sun Drop machine. Honeycutt's going to be able to bring that high-tech Securities Camaro up off the bottom, fall right in, and move on. So I mentioned Nate Mon. How about Ryan Crooks back here in this number 25 EMGG machine? Right now up to 15th. He's up 2 spots from where he qualified, but not too far behind him. Thomas Harmon, a guy that was pretty fast in qualifying, up 11 spots from where he started. The man is on a mission. We'll have to keep an eye on this number 68, as always, Avril Lavigne machine to see where he's able to get it to. Then Ryan McCall back here in this number 30 Shaboom car with Eliza Bethel in her Team FTR, Team Frozen Toes Racing, number 64 Camaro also. And I mentioned Sean Blanchard in this number 91 Swag.biz Ford Mustang GT. That's going to round out your top 20. Behind them is going to be Tyler Myers in this number 4 Dr. Pepper car. Francis Hamilton in this number 48 Hennessy Performance car with Jacob Locklear in that monster machine right behind. All right, let's keep on going through. It looks like Ben Branscombe in this 29 Big Fan Esports Ford Mustang, and then Brian Pizzakemi in this number 28 Quantum Dunes, I believe that is. Camaro right behind him. How about this three-way battle? They decided not to keep it three wide. 72 looks like the 23 and 34 Jordan McGraw, and back here is going to be Byron Jones in this Franken car, which I talked to him about earlier. It's the back end of remember in a little bit, but the front end with William Byron and Tyler Dohar. We mentioned that he started inside the top 15 qualifying. He's actually fallen 13 spots back to P31. Might be trying to save just a little bit. Brian Huntley right now sitting in 32nd. Robert Newman back here in this Red Dawn number 33. Philip Bridgman, Kellogg's number 26 car. Jacob Small in this Motto Metal Camry. Brody Falliker looks like he is out or something has happened. Same thing as Dudes Castroneves. All right, let's go ahead and bring it back up front with Andrew Wisdom and see what this battle looks like for P number 1. Looking pretty good. I mean, Wisdom now up 2 spots. Holzer has stayed even. He started P2 right now, which means he was able to gain a couple spots back because earlier he was kind of falling through the field just a little bit. Matt O'Brien in this Cloud9 number 20 in P3 from his pole position. PJ O'Leary and Micah Allard, they are right where they started. So I mentioned Tom Harmon, and we're going to have to kind of keep an eye on this car. When we looked at him last, he was up 11 spots. Now he's up 14. The man has got a rocket ship tonight. You see the number 50 for Honeycutt pulling up around the outside. it looks like Ryan Crooks is basically going to fall in and try to follow suit. But let's go back up with Andrew Wisdom. Take a lap or two around this place as he took the start of lap number 14. Let's follow along with him. Listen to his shift points. See if he's getting on the brake at all. Turn a couple laps with the man. Here we go. All right, big thank you to the one and only Andrew Wisdom, driver 7 here in his Chevy Camaro, letting us ride along for a couple of very fast laps. We definitely saw his shift points, able to see if he was using any brake, which really didn't seem like he was using much at all. Maybe trail braking, but only he would be able to tell that with his onboard telemetry. We wouldn't see that, or he would know, period, not just with his onboard. But let's go ahead and remove the ticker. Let's go ahead and bring your tower back up right now. That way you can see everything that's going on. And again, I will definitely bring up your track map so you see what's going on and where everybody is. So yeah, here we are, 18 laps into the race, caution free. Not going to jinx it, so let's go ahead and knock on some wood here. But what's really interesting, Andrew Wisdom has been bad fast on Thursday nights with the SNB IndyCar Series. He's run into a few issues as of late. I mean, the man started off by winning Texas and then going on and just dominating at Long Beach. So to see him up here with Holzer right behind him with a little bit, it looks about 8 to 9 tenths back. It just goes to show this 7 may have a little bit of luck on his side. And I will tell you that the one and only Mr. Holzer, he's riding with a little bit of a heavy heart as well. Many years ago, when I actually first started racing on Xbox, there was a guy, I believe his name was PBR Pre-Built. Very big in leagues, a great advocate for online racing cleanly. I mean, the man had a very, very large friends list on Xbox, and he turned out to be a pretty good friend for Holzer. So Holzer's kind of racing with him in memory, and he already said that if he can break into the top 3 when it's all said and done, he did want to say a few words for Pre-Built, and who am I to stop him? The man was, he was good. I hadn't talked to him for a little while. I kind of let my Xbox go a little ways back. But, yeah, anybody out there that was friends with Pre-Built and didn't already know, he did unfortunately pass, and Holzer was racing in his honor tonight. All right, let's go ahead and bring this back, and let's take a look at third place. Matt O'Brien seems like he's good, almost 2 seconds behind Holzer. Micah Allard and Duncan O'Connor, they're pretty close. This is a battle for P number 4 right now. Micah up front, you hear him getting back on the throttle, and you don't just hear him stomp it, you hear him feather the gas. That's exactly what I was talking about earlier. It's what you absolutely have to do in order to come off these corners. Not only, not just because it's this track, but the track temp doesn't help whatsoever. Earlier I mentioned that the track temp was like 117 degrees. Let me see if I can actually show you what it is now. If the temperature has gone up a bit. Let's take a look. So there you go. The air temp 90 degrees, track temp right now 118. So it has actually gone up by a degree, which does not bode well for these guys. It makes them really have to drive, especially as the race goes on and the track gets slicker. It's going to become even more of, as I mentioned earlier, a driver's track. It looks like Andrew Wisdom might be coming up to where he's going to start to see some lap cars right ahead of him. Yep, there you go. You see the 39 just in front. Right now, it's still showing everybody through the top 30 as being on the lead lap. First two cars, one lap down, is going to be Newman and Small. And now we can definitely add the 39. I believe that's going to be Justin, if I'm not mistaken. Let me go back down through. Jacob, not Justin, Jacob Palmer in that number 39. So that's going to leave 31 cars now on the lead lap. And Nate Mon, let's see what's... Okay, I thought he might have had a little bit of an issue because he fell back a couple spots here in this number 22. So, yeah, Andrew Wisdom absolutely putting down some fast laps. Right now, his best lap is the 34.44. There's a whole lot of 34s inside the top 10. The fastest 34 that's out there right now, though, is actually James Holzer sitting in P number 2, rocking a 34.42. The highest 34 in this gap is going to be a 34.97 by Ryan Crook. So kind of opposite ends of the speed spectrum right now, but Ryan Crooks is inside the top 10 and making up a little bit of time. I have to watch how these cars are on the long run. Speaking of long run, yeah, Mr. Consistency himself, old Mr. Holzer, he's just kind of trailing this number 7. Don't forget, Holzer had to fight back a little harder because so many guys were getting by on the high side, carrying that momentum. Well, he's found himself back up to P2, right where he started. Andrew Wisdom up 2 spots from where he started. But again, I mentioned this before. How about this guy? Tom Harmon, now inside the top 7, up 21 spots. If there was an award for the biggest mover right now, Tom Harmon would have that hands down. I mean, there's Brian Pizzicemi is also up 14 spots, and Jose Ruiz is up 10 spots from where he started. But yeah, Tom Harmon, he's absolutely got this Avril Lavigne machine on rails and making up a lot of time. Normally now and then I'll talk about guys that just seem to have a niche for or just a natural feel for some tracks, and this could be the track for Tom Harmon. He might have had this track circled for the entire previous 9 races. So yeah, week number 10 here from Gateway, and this could be Tom Harmon's week if he can get up there and continue to make up ground if we should happen to have a caution. We're going to be working lap 29 and then 30 here shortly, so quarter away. All so far, Green Flag Racing doing a phenomenal job. Let's go back. I mentioned Brian Pizzicemi in this number 28. He's rolling up right behind the double deuce for Nate Mon, and Jimmy Cocker a couple of spots right in front of him as he goes on by that 21 for David Houck. Great little battle here. Very, very good battle. basically just giving and taking coming up off the corner. Whoever has the freshest tires right now is going to prevail. 21 sliding up. 22 is going to give him just a little bit of room. That might give a little bit of extra to that 17 on the high side. But the 28 of Brian Pizzichemi trying to wrap that bottom. Not going to have anything for the 21. Still there with the double deuce, though, of Nate Mon. Just kind of wanted to show you right there what was going on with the throttle. You hear him barely get back into it, and then once he's up off the corner, just really stab it, try to make as much hay as he can, going down the straightaway, and try to pass, maybe try to pass the car with a little bit of momentum, as it looks like that 39 of Mr. Palmer is going to go ahead and keep it high. 28 of Brian Pizzichemi is going to follow him through, might even have a little for him on the inside. Can they actually get there? You see Brian Pizzichemi there to his inside. Let's actually switch this up just a little bit. There we go. Nice good battle side by side. Double deuce just kind of hanging back a little bit to see who's going to prevail here in this corner. 28 down low. 21 had to give just a little bit, and it looks like it's going to be the 28 to gain his 17th spot. So Pizzichemi also having a great race. Thomas Harmon doing everything that he's got to do. How about Jose Ruiz back here in this McDonald's number 23? Looks like Toyota Camry. Jose Ruiz, he's another driver that's very, very good about saving his equipment and being there at the end. We've seen him get involved in a lot of wrecks this year, but so far tonight, doing pretty well. He's up 13 spots, sitting in P18 with a whole lot of room to go as we came across start stripe last time. Lap 34, a whole lot of racing yet to go out of 120. And I mentioned, actually I didn't mention before, but tonight's race actually presented by the one and only Grove Rock Straps. I'm going to go ahead and put their link out there in chat for you right now. Make sure you go on over and grab a set of your own. I mentioned last week at the end of the race that once you actually use these straps, you're not going to go back to bungee cords to strap your gear down again. They're basically flat luggage straps. So they're not rounded, so your storage isn't gonna slide out from under them. They won't scratch anything. They're not gonna damage any bit of your belongings. They're adjustable. They can handle bigger loads. And like I said, your gear won't slip out or underneath. They're actually really, really good. I'm looking forward to actually using a set for myself here in just 2 weeks when I take me and my family up to New York State for a camping trip. During the Atlanta race, it'll actually be a different broadcaster for that. And yeah, I'll be up in New York State spending a week camping. XR Network, the one and only Expert Racing, dropping 250 bits out there in chat. Expert, buddy, good to see you. Thanks for coming out and hanging out. Appreciate the 250 bits there. Hope you're well. And from what I hear, welcome on back, man. Yeah, Ferretman, I'll be in Franklinville, New York, just north of Olean, at the JYC camp up that way. Definitely looking forward to it. All right, just Holzer's kind of blinking a little bit. I thought maybe when it went dark that he was thinking about coming on down pit road. nothing has changed with your with the leaders. Andrew Wisdom still leading, as it looks like he might have just scraped that outside wall a little bit. With Holzer still right behind him. Matt O'Brien still sitting in P3. Micah Allard, Duncan O'Connor still your top 5. Oh, Expert, it'll be good to see you again, man. Welcome on back, sir. I know you've been busy with work and family and relationships, so thanks for coming out. But yeah, how about a new guy, Duncan O'Connor, in this deuce right now finds himself 2 spots up. He's actually one of 2 Canadians actually in the field tonight. The other one's a little bit further back right now, running 30th. It looks like that's going to be Philip Bridgman in this number 26 Kellogg's Toyota. As it looks like we might have, we're going to start to see some cars come on down pit road. So we're going to get back up with our leaders and company to see if any of these guys or who flinches first out of the top 10 to do their thing, grab fuel, grab tires, and reignite the fires coming off pit road. No big change inside the top 4 at least. Again, Duncan O'Connor sitting P5 up 2 spots. Caleb Pertko in his Harley Davidson machine. He is P number 6 up 5 spots. And there you see that 68 right behind him. That is, again, the one and only Tom Harmon up still now. He's kind of stalled out in 21st spot. I'm sorry, in 7th spot, up 21 spots. And it looks like he's going to go ahead and try to take P number 6, move that Avril Lavigne machine up 1 more. If he can actually get the grip coming up off the corner. You saw the 51 wash up a little bit. 68 probably saw that out of his passenger side window and moved on down. Didn't want to get collected if the 51 came on back across the track. All right, so yeah, Thomas Harmon doing a great job. Ryan Crooks right now in this 25 Camaro, moving up as well, sitting in P number 8, up 9 spots from where he qualified. Saw the 39 go on up and accidentally plow the outside wall. That's definitely going to cause some damage to that right front. And just as I say that, Alabama Soda Blasting comes on in, says good luck, Palmer. And Alabama Soda Blasting, strip it naked. Come on, 39. Absolutely. Let's actually take a look at that at the right front for that 39. See if he's got a whole lot of damage or if he was able to get away with just a little bit. It doesn't really look like it's crinkled up too much. Let's take a look at the right rear. Not too bad. It pushed in a little bit around the wheel well. And you see a little bit of scrape over that barbecue symbol. But not too bad for this 39. All right, so Andrew Wisdom on pit road. That should have handed the lead over to I don't see Holzer here. So it looks like Holzer has come down as well. There's Pizzakemi coming through the corner. That went ahead and handed the lead over to Matt O'Brien. With Duncan O'Connor right behind him. Here you see the 7 coming off of pit road. It'll actually be interesting to see where the 7 meets back up with the 69, as I'm sure they both have gone ahead and pitted. So 7's coming off of turn number 4. He's got the 48 right in front of him. On those 4 brand new Eagle Feel Goods, he's going to be faster than quite a few more. And let's kind of keeping up. That puts Andrew Wisdom back up to P number 20. A lot of guys yet to pit. Tom Flitcroft on pit road. Honeycutt as well. There's Flitcroft bringing his GM Goodwrench number 12 down pit road. Let's take a look now with Ryan Crooks. Here he is running P number 3 up 12 spots under green flag pit stop conditions. Thomas Harmon continuing to march his way forward. He has not pit yet, sitting in P number 2, up 26 spots. The first guy that is on the newest tires back here with old Andrew Wisdom with the 24 right behind. Holzer is actually 4 spots behind him. The 2 cars that are between them, Eliza Bethel and Jacob Locklear, have not yet come down pit road. So Matt O'Brien leading his first laps of the night, and man, this guy's got to be very, very careful. He's got a lot of cars around him. Does not need to have any kind of an issue. Does not need to be collected. Matt O'Brien also has not pit. Neither have any of the guys around him. So none of these guys are faster just because they're on newer tires. They're all about the same. As you see, a great battle there between the 72. Looks like that's going to be a lap down machine, and the 19. 19 is also a lap down. But Tom Harmon back here, P2. Ryan Crooks, P number 3. John Honeycutt, P4. Yellow flag flies. Tyler Myers going to be a person of interest. We'll definitely have to go back with him. But this is bad for quite a few people. This is going to trap at least up to P18. 1 lap down. So we were talking about some of the guys earlier that had gone down pit road and came in for those 4 brand new Eagle Feel Goods and topped it off. That is going to trap everybody ahead of Francis Hamilton. I'm sorry, Brian Huntley, 1 lap down. All right, let's find out what happened with Tyler Myers, and we'll bring it right back. There is that number 4 Dr. Pepper machine trying to get it woed up and slowed up. It looks like he went through the grass, lost control, trying to keep it down. Does so. I don't see where he made any contact with any of the other cars, but iRacing felt that a caution needed to be thrown as he... Wow, he saw man, I tell you, that's actually pretty smart of him. To see the caution flag come out, actually be the caution and stay out, not to get trapped a lap down. That's pretty smart. All right, let's go ahead and bring it back live. And Matt O'Brien just now going to bring his number 20 Cloud9 machine onto pit road. Honeycutt's going to be right there as well in his high-tech security services Camaro, but he actually had to back up in his pit, which means he overshot it just a little bit. Andrew Wisdom bringing it back in with Cody Kalinka and James Holzer. Ryan Crooks, we saw that he had not pit yet. So a lot of differing strategies here. But at this track, you definitely want four brand new Eagles to deal with the traffic. Able to go just about 50 laps before our first caution flew. Matt O'Brien, we saw him come on down pit road. Let's see if we can't find him and maybe have a quick word. Let's see, Matt O'Brien. I don't see him as of yet. Nope, he is not there. How about Tom Harmon? Old Tom, I'm pretty sure he's almost always available. Let's see if we can't find this Avril Lavigne machine driver. There he is. All right, let's go ahead and drag him up to the booth here. Tom Harmon, driver of this number 68 Avril Lavigne car. Tom, buddy, I tell you what, you have made up a ton of track position. No exaggeration there tonight. That thing looks like it's been on rails. Are we seeing something different, or is that car tonight just that good, sir?
The car feels great, especially after we get a couple laps in the tires and they warm up a little bit. I'm loving how it's feeling.
So you were able to make up a ton of laps starting in the back. Now that you'll be restarting P number 2, again, up 26 spots, I imagine since you were able to work your way through dirty air and through all the traffic, now you're going to have something for the leaders.
I hope so. I was quicker than O'Brien in practice. I just hope I have the ability to get behind the tire to stay ahead of him.
All right, buddy. Well, man, it's going to be interesting to see what you do now as the rest of these guys go ahead and take their wave around. Lucky Dog gets back on the lead lap. You and Matt O'Brien are going to go ahead and set this thing afire one more time on the next lap. Once y'all are doubled up, will anything less than a W satisfy you during this race and the progress that you've had so far?
No, not really. I felt pretty quick coming through the pack. I don't know if I'm hoping to have something for Andrew and for Holzer and Brian here.
All right, man. I'll go ahead and I'll get you back with you were with Output Racing, right?
That's correct.
All right, I'll go ahead and get you back with your Output Racing teammates, old Mr. O'Leary and Pizzichemi right now. Good luck again, sir.
Thank you, sir.
You got it. Absolutely. All right, as we go ahead and get him back with his Output Racing teammates, gotta again re-emphasize just how well of a run this guy has had. He started way in the back. He was up 11 spots, then 15 spots, then 18 spots. Right now, due to this caution, he is up 26 spots and about to set it all off one more time. Let's see if we can't get back to our flag stand camera. Green flag's about to fly. Here we go again. All right, heading off into turns 1 and 2. 20 looks like he was able to get the jump. Right behind, you see the battle between Ryan Crooks and the 50 of John Honeycutt. Right behind the 42 of Brendan Book. Good to see Brendan up there. Right now, he's up 4 spots from where he qualified. Brian Pizzichemi up 25. Jordan McGraw up 18. Byron Jones up 23. So that caution really caught a lot of guys a lap down. A lot of the guys that were running in the back now running up front and able to try for a much better finish. I definitely want to thank everybody that's out there in chat. Yeah, Rosalind I see is saying yes, Honeycutt, Alabama Soda Blasting, as I said before, rooting on number 39 to see what he can do. I'm sure that little bit of his stint on pit road was very welcome by him to get just a little bit of that right side damage that he got earlier. Now another thing though too, we saw the kind of success that the 7 car had just before that caution flew. He was able to hold off Holzer. Now Holzer behind the 42, hoping that he might be able to use the momentum and also a little bit of the draft from the 42 to move his way forward. 3 wide. 42 wisely checked up to allow the 7 to come on up. No sense in holding them all up, and then they'd have to really work to try to catch back up with the leader. Again, Matt O'Brien leading, Tom Harmon P2, Honeycutt P number 3. So we ran with the 7 for a couple laps earlier. Let's actually jump on board with this 20 and see if his strategy is any different. Kind of check it out, see what he's doing with the throttle, see what he's doing with the brake, see what he's doing with his gears, and we'll bring it back. But for now, everybody out there, go ahead and crank it up. Let's do that. How about the sign on the front of that 68 machine? It says, if you can read this, move over, I saved my tires. There isn't a better track that would be suited for than here. Maybe a Rockingham or a Darlington or a couple other places where the track is like a cheese grater. But yeah, how about that? So now Thomas Harmon went from making up all kinds of time and all kinds of position when he started further back, leading his first laps. And if this man can do what he did then in dirty air, I think he absolutely just put this field on notice that he's here to race, and the man's got a bat fast car. He's going to start lap 60 next time by, so that's going to be halfway. Great job by everybody. One car, and there I went ahead and kind of ruined it. Looks like this is going to have something to do with the one and only Sean Blanchard for that swag.biz machine. Let's see if we can't catch up with that 91, find out what happened to him, and bring it back. Oh, so it looks like it's actually going to be just before what I'm catching there. So let's actually go ahead and rewind that. All right, he's up in the wall a little bit, and actually a little bit before that even. All right, let's keep it right here. Find out what happened. You see the 61 of Allard, all completely filling in his rear view, and yeah, the 91 may not have been completely clear up into the outside wall, and you see that wheel actually dragging. That was one of the updates here in this game, kind of like an F1 thing. He tried to save it, wasn't going to happen. You see that wheel? Yeah, there you go. It actually kicked the car up. That was an update to the damage model in this week's update. There's nothing he's going to be able to do about that. He's going to have to tow it. Very, very unfortunate for Sean Blanchard. Yeah, looking at this wheel, there's absolutely nothing that he's going to be able to do about that. Hopefully he can get it woed down, won't go through the grass, and can get on the pit road. But he's gonna spend some extensive time on pit road. Very, very unfortunate for Sean Blanchard. All right, let's go ahead and bring it back live. All right, so we talked to Tom Harmon before. Let's see if maybe we can get a quick word with Andrew Wisdom. He started in P number 3. Right now he's up to P2. And again, we're used to talking to this guy from Nitro Motorsports on Thursday nights. Let's see if we can't get a quick word with driver number 7 right now. Andrew Wisdom, driver of this number 7 Nexus Camaro. Andrew, we're used to seeing you on Thursday nights where you had a lot of great success early in the Indy season, winning the first 2 races. Early on here, showed a lot of speed. Holzer was right behind you for about the good first 40, 45 laps, give or take, before the first caution flew. Do you have what it takes in that, what seems like a very hooked up number 7 to stay up front for the rest of the race, sir?
Yeah, I think we got pretty good speed. I think the tires were okay on the long run too, so we'll kind of have to see what happens here. I don't know if we're in a very good spot if it goes green the rest of the way, but if we have another yellow that kind of splits up the strategy again, I think we're in pretty good shape.
Well, man, you got a lot of fast cars around you. The 68 of Tom Harmon, he has picked his way through the field all night long. I mean, the man right now, even without that first caution coming out and trapping a whole lot of cars the lap down, he was up 21 spots before that. Now up 27 spots, and he showed to have the long run car as well as the short run right there. Also, did that first run go to show you're going to be able to match him for the rest of at least his fuel run?
We'll have to see. I think maybe we'll have to see about the long, because I know my rears were going away pretty quick, so we'll have to try to stick with them here to see what happens.
All right, buddy. Well, I definitely wish you a lot of luck, not only tonight, but just in case I don't get a chance to talk to you on Thursdays. You've had a bit of bad luck there, but just in case I don't get a chance to talk to you on Thursday, good luck then as well.
Appreciate it.
All right, buddy. You go ahead and go get him. And you were with Nitro Motorsports, right?
Yeah.
All right, I'll go ahead and get you back down. Again, guys and gals, that's driver of the number 7, Andrew Wisdom. Led a lot of laps early. I'm sure he's going to be able to get back up to the point and lead some more as the race goes on. All right, so the restart's going to be this time 68 being the control car. He's going to be able to stomp on that throttle first and really get a little bit of a jump. As you can see here, he's actually chosen the outside line. I'm guessing he wants to try to carry a little bit of that momentum forward and see what he's going to be able to do with it as they there you see him rounding turns 3 and 4. Pace car right here. He's going to go ahead and pull off. Barney's go ahead and wave that flag as hard as he can. I tell you, they say the biggest jinx on the official in the flag stand is not to drop the flag. Never knew that was an issue, but here we go. Going down the front stretch into turns 1 and 2. Again, 68, he did get that jump. There you see the 69 of Holzer kind of checking up for the 7. That could have been bad if Holzer had washed up just a little bit more. But he knows the 7 has a good car. He's got a good car as well. These top 3 are very, very capable, from what I've seen so far, to duke it out all the way to the end. Let's actually jump on board with Holzer right now and kind of look and see what he's looking at from his front camera, and see what he's gonna try to do. From this, you should also be able to hear what he's doing with his gears. Let's not and see. Thank you, ROK. I appreciate you, buddy. All right. Absolutely appreciate it. Ladies and gents, the one and only ROK NASCAR. The man is a staple in the Xbox on platform as far as their Facebook page goes. As you can see there, by muting that or deleting that message and banning them, the man does a great job and is very, very well respected all throughout. ROK, you're a gentleman and a scholar. Look at this run by Matt O'Brien to the inside of Holzer. Holzer washed up just a little bit. There you see the 50 of Honeycutt also on the high side. But how about Ryan Crooks now up 11 spots, sitting in P number 6. He started a little bit further back, but it has been able to, as the night's gone on, be able to carry some long run speed. Same as the 42 of Brendan Book behind him. Jimmy Cockery seems like we talk about this guy pretty often. Right now rocking some PS4 colors. Usually rocks those Virginia Tech colors. Speaking of any kind of Tech colors, let's look back with Jordan McGraw and his Texas Tech Camaro. He's got the 61 of Allard to his outside, 22 of Nate Mon and Cody Kalinka in that 79. A little bit of a side-by-side battle back here. This is for the last 4 spots inside the top 10. 3 wide. 79 backs out and says, no, not this time. So Tom Harmon continues to lead. Now a good battle between Holzer and Wisdom. Now it's going to be between Wisdom and the 50 of Honeycutt. Almost a little bit of contact there, but able to get on by. I'm going to actually pick up with Honeycutt because, again, Holzer's car is flashing just a little bit. 50 underneath the 7, 20 underneath the 25. So some great battles, great moves inside the top 5, top 6 right now. Everybody's jockeying for position. So I tried to pick up with Holzer earlier, but he was kind of blinking out just a little bit. Let's actually pick up with Honeycutt and his front camera, see what he's dealing with. And you know what? We don't take a ride around with Honeycutt very often. Let's take a ride around with this guy, see what he's doing. Go ahead and crank it up one more time. All right, so how about these guys dueling it out? Yeah, I'm kind of glad that the 50 was able to get on by the 69 just because of how much he was blinking. When you're blinking, your screen actually turns black. You can't see where you're turning in or what's going on. The cars behind you, they don't know where you're at. And it could be very, very detrimental to somebody's race. But he definitely also saw the 50 able to roll the center and off just a little bit better than the 69. The 20 of Matt O'Brien able to move on up. Holzer right now back to P number 4, battling the 42 of Brendan Book for that spot. Here comes the 25. So we got teammates running side by side. Oh, I thought he was going to cut his nose. Great save. Good job to kind of back out of that and not collect your teammate. That would not have been good for these two cars. But now Crook sitting P number 6, Holzer P number 5, 42, and these guys absolutely doing everything that they can. Couple of bad fast Camaros as always, and I'm sure the guys over in the EMGG watch party chat loving what they see. All right, so looks like they got a good battle up front now between the 68 of Tom Harmon and John Honeycutt side by side. Honeycutt was having a great battle off the corner earlier. Now you see the 20 of Matt O'Brien trying to get to his inside. The 20 wants to lead for the first time tonight here from Gateway, diving to the inside, really using a little bit of brake, maybe trail braking just a little bit, able to get the drop on the 50. 50 has to let him go. 20's going to go ahead and lead for the first time tonight there. 50's going to drop back to P2. Brendan Book P3. Tom Harmon P number 4 from the lead. So that just goes to show that he was really using his stuff. Or right now, he's going to go ahead and just drop back just a little bit. Maybe try to save some of his tires. He knows what kind of car he's got on the long run. Back behind these guys, Tyler Dohar in this number 77 Elite Performance machine, up 11 spots from where he started. We saw him drop back earlier with the 31 of old Mr. Cocker and the 22 of Nate Mon. Jordan McGraw right now going to round out your top 10. Matt O'Brien leading the way. Goes to show one more time why he leads the points. The man is up front week in and week out. We're seeing this Cloud9 machine every single week within the top 5, maybe top 2. Honeycutt kind of got into that corner just a little deep. I thought that was going to be a little bit of contact, but able to maybe hit the brake and pull up. And now Honeycutt is under fire from Brendan Book in this 42 Target Dr. Pepper Camaro. As soon as I can get over to him, there we go. You look at, I mentioned that EMGG watch party chat, and there you go. Maze Ninja, Sengmao, Nate Doctor, Broderick Backpack, Dana. I almost called you Dana. I know better. I've seen enough tweets and chat messages about you being blocked and unblocked and blocked and unblocked to know. So I'll leave it there. But man, these top guys really putting on a clinic. But the 20, really doing everything that he can do. And man, if he can finish where he is, and just as we say that, caution number 3 is going to go ahead and fly. Jordan McGraw, Caleb Pertko, Jimmy Cocker, and a few others going to have something more to say about this yellow flag. So let's go back, and it looks like this one is going to collect quite a few people. All right, there's the deuce. Oh, it looks like the 22 got spun to the inside wall. How about that 68? That was really, really strong all race long. He's down into the wall. There's the 91. The 79 is involved as well. Very unfortunate. Let's actually rewind that, and we'll play it back from Jordan McGraw's view, because I think he might have seen just a little bit more coming up through the field. All right, let's go ahead and stop that, and we'll pick up with Jordan McGraw. As soon as I can find him. He's going to be a little bit further back, and we'll just go this way. All right, let's go ahead and play from here. There you see the 22 get hooked. Jordan McGraw tries to get on by. 68 was down track already. Able to pass on by the 2. 91 comes on in. You see the left front for that 31 of Jimmy Cocker in the same condition as the 91 was earlier. So it looks like the 34's wheel is broke. Man, there's going to be a lot of repairs on pit road this time by. All right, let's go ahead and get us back live. All right, so Matt O'Brien, and you see the 69 of Holzer right behind him. Matt O'Brien started on pole. Holzer started on the outside. Kind of fitting that these two are going to try to go ahead and duke it out when it's all said and done. But there you see Honeycutt charging up the inside. Looks like he's going to be able to take P2 Holzer off of pit road P number 3. Brendan Book, Ryan Crooks, Cody Kalinka, Tyler Dohar, Ryan McCall, Andrew. Nope, it's going to be, I believe it's probably going to be Tom Flitcroft. Yep, Tom Flitcroft, and then PJ O'Leary in this Jeff Gordon Raptor throwback Camaro. All right, so let's see if we can. We talked to him before. Let's see if maybe we can get a hold of John Honeycutt. Let's see if he's got anything to say. John Honeycutt, driver of this high-tech security services number 50 Camaro for Team FTR. Honeycutt, saw you work your way up. Right now, you're sitting 10 spots better than you qualified. It seemed like you had a pretty good car to go up, challenge for the lead, take the spot, lead a couple laps. Do you have what it takes now, possibly, to go on for these last 36 laps, give or take?
A yeah, I can definitely. I feel like I got a good piece. I don't know if we're gonna be able to keep up and down. That everybody's on level ground with tires.
Right, but I think you're missing what I'm saying. I was waiting on a car that was just hauled up, man.
So we'll see.
Like we had to enter the pit and had to wait.
Brian and I have been.
That's cool. Thank you.
All right, buddy. Well, for some reason, having a little bit of an issue with audio, kind of low. Not quite sure why. We'll have to get that looked at. And man, I definitely wish you a whole lot of luck. Of course, you know Rosalind's out here in chat rooting you on. And as the old Toy Story song goes, buddy, you got a friend in me. Go get him. You got it. All right, let's go ahead and get old Mr. Honeycutt back to his Team FTR teammates right now. That way he can get ready, get back going. You see the lights atop the pace car are out. So yeah, under 40 laps to go. We'll have to see if it comes down to maybe a green flag pit stop, where that money stop tends to lie more often than not. Now, let me try one other thing here, see if this maybe helps.
Green flag, green flag.
All right, green flag is back out. 20 on the throttle, 50 there as well. Here we go. $50 in the middle, 69 of Holter down low. He's got those lefts on the rumble strips. Oh, might have been, I'm not quite sure if there was actual contact or if there was actually a little bit of netcode. 50 still trying to save it and gets spun out in the grass. So far, no yellow. Let's actually go back and see if we can watch exactly what happened right there. Let's see if this is just a little bit of netcode. We're gonna go ahead and change this to the left rear camera, and we'll go on from here. Let's go ahead and play it. See Holter diving underneath, down on the rumble strips. Gonna come on up. He's got the 25 of Crooks right behind. And yeah, that's a little bit of netcode, unfortunately. But great job by the 50 to really hold it from coming up back on track. He lost a lot of spots right there, but did not wreck the field. I'm sure a lot of people are very, very appreciative. He's going to go ahead and grab a gear, get it spun around. Got to get it pointed right back in the right direction. Here we go. Now grab a gear and get going. All right, let's go ahead and bring it back live. But great job by Honeycutt. Unfortunate for him, but great job by Honeycutt. Let's go ahead and bring it back. All right, and let's get back up to the front where Matt O'Brien continues to lead. Brendan Book right now actually just turned his fastest lap of the race. Ran a 34:39 to show that he's here to play. He's got the 69 right underneath him. These guys are, it seems like, lifelong racing buddies, going from the Xbox platform over to iRacing. And man, they love dueling it out. So here they are side by side. But the 20, he's actually absolutely got to love what he's seeing, because the more that these guys battle it out, the further and further he's going to get. Because what this is disallowing is Holter to actually be able to get on the throttle and wash back up track. The 42 trying to do what he can to keep that 69 pen down. So while the 42 carries momentum on the high side, the 69 can't get back to the throttle when he wants to. And so therefore he's not able to carry as much speed as he'd like, as you see him kind of blink out one more time. So we'll go ahead and pick up with the 42 of Brendan Book. And it looks like the 69 was ultimately able to take that spot. Yeah, Rosalind, I agree with you. Oh, man, I tell you, But you know what? He did a great job keeping it off track. Didn't come back up. Didn't take anybody else from the field out. And, you know, when these 29 laps are over and done with, he might get a bunch of messages saying, thank you, man, you know, for not washing back up on track and collecting what could have been the second half of the field. If he got spun to the outside rather than Netco taking him to the inside, that could have been a completely different story, and we might be just now coming back from our fourth caution instead of this green flag run after our third very short caution. So we'll count that as a positive, although it's a negative for Honeycutt. Brendan Book now looking to the inside of the 25 of Ryan Crooks. Now you see Crooks basically they're just taking that middle line. He's now disallowing the 42, what the 42 was doing to the 69, and now you see the 25 pull ahead because he was able to carry the momentum off, take the spot. Great racing by the 25, way to keep that 42 pinned down and take some speed away from that Camaro. All right, so now Holzer, he's sitting in P number 2. Let's jump on board his roof cam and see what he's seeing as far as the distance up to the 20 as he comes across the start stripe to start lap number 94, which means 26 laps remaining here in the SNB Cup Series race live from Gateway. Definitely hope all y'all out there in chat have liked what you've seen. If you have, you know, and you haven't already, go on up and smash that follow. Definitely appreciate it. And it looks like caution is going to fly. Fourth caution on the night. Tyler Myers is going to have something to do with this. We'll go back and figure out exactly what that was and come back up. Absolutely, Mace. Please, please, please. Go ahead and smash that subscribe button while you're at it. It means more than you know. All right, let's go on up to Tyler Myers, see what we can do. All right, so here's Tyler Myers widening out just a little bit. He's in this 4. Looks like, oh, the 91 just could not check up enough. Kind of gave him a little bit of a shot to the back bumper. That's more than a that's more of a shot than what you might see at like a Bristol or a Martinsville or something like that. Oh, and as he tries to get back up on track, the whole front clip is taken off, and as you can see, the right front is hurt badly as well. We're talking about tires from the 91 and whatnot. Well, look at this guy. Yeah, completely tore off. They're going to have to make sure that they're getting on the brakes unless we're seeing something differently here. I don't know if these guys really realize that the front right is just about gone. You see the 39, he's got some issues with his right front as well, and he's sparking up a storm. All right, let's go ahead and bring it back live. All right, so now it looks like Ryan Crooks has stayed out. Let's see if we can't get a word in with driver 25 from the EMGG team chat. Ryan Crooks, driver 25 for this EMGG Glitch Energy Drink Camaro. Ryan, I tell you what, bud, right now you're up 16 spots from where you started. Looks like you got a pretty fast hot rod. Now you're up inside the top 5 and doing a hell of a job keeping up with most of the front runners that have been in your position tonight. How you feeling about this Camaro? Can you get it done?
Yeah, man, I feel good. Wanted to stay out there. We just put 13 laps on those tires, so they should still have some grip and some speed. I'm not sure how many people stayed out behind us, but hopefully we got a little buffer. And I think if it goes green here, it'll be hard for those guys to make all those passes and try to make up some time. But yeah, we're fast. Shout out to EMG and everybody watching. And hopefully we can bring this one home.
Yeah, it looks like the first guy that is behind you on new tires is going to be the 20 Cloud9 machine of Matt O'Brien. He's sitting back in 13th. Everybody behind you last pit on lap 82, so it looks like you got a pretty good buffer.
Yeah, man. Hopefully it all works out. This is like one of my first, or I think second times racing here, so just kind of spent the first half of the race trying to figure out how to make speed and stay out of trouble, and hopefully we bring it home.
Well, bud, you know I wish you a whole lot of luck. Your teammate Holzer, after his pit right now, is back in 14th, right behind Matt. So, man, I'll go ahead and I'll just, you know, as our buddy, you know, Rick James says pretty often, just, man, try to keep the shiny side of that EMGG glitch Camaro on the, you know, keep the shiny side up is kind of trying to, you know, is what I'm trying to say. Getting all tongue-tied here, man. But no, buddy, I know the lights on the pace car are going to go out this time. Go get them. See what kind of speed you got. Clean air has been king on many tracks this season so far. You've got it all dumped on the hood of that Camaro, man. Go get them.
Yes, sir. Thanks, Pete.
You got it. All right, we'll go ahead and get you back on down with your EMGG teammates. And man, as he gets prepared to go back green, you got to wonder. This is the first time he's actually up front. Is his car going to feel differently as this race progresses? It's also going to be interesting to see if the guys that just now pit versus the guys that stayed out, if the guys that stayed out are going to be able to make it the rest of the race. 23 laps to go. We'll have to see. Again, that was Ryan Crooks, driver of this number 25 Camaro out of Madison, Alabama. All right, let's go ahead and get ready to bring this back green. Tyler Dohar is going to be to his inside, and we'll go ahead and bring it back to the flag stand. That way you can see them all side by side coming off of 4. Here we go. Pace car's on pit road. Flag's in his hand.
Green flag.
Green, green, green. Here we go again. 22 laps remaining here in the S&B Cup Series race. And, man, it's been a lot of fun so far, but I think the fun is just starting. 77-24. That's going to be P.J. O'Leary. You see the 32 is outside. A little bit of bumping and banging to the doors. Able to hold on to it. The caution is not going to be between those two. It's going to be a little bit further back. Looks like maybe Matt O'Brien, Jacob Locklear, and Brendan Book. 3 of some very fast guys from earlier. Let's see if we can't find out what happened with Brendan Book right here. Looks, let's actually go ahead and back that up just a little bit. All right, let's go ahead and stop that, and we'll go to the, we'll actually go up to the hood cam, or the roof cam of this 42, and we'll ride from there. Three wide between the 69 to 3. There you see the 20 on the bottom. Looks like the 84 might have got a little loose. Sets the 42 down. You see the 3 car of Byron Jones in that all as well. All kinds of issues. And the car comes to a complete stop with the 17 right behind. All right, let's go ahead and bring it back live. All right, I know Tyler Dohar wouldn't be available to chat. What about maybe this number 30? Let's see if we can find him possibly. It's going to be the number 30 Shaboom Rockstraps Camaro. Let's see, Ryan McCall. There he is. You're actually right there from Ions Motorsports with Nate Mon, the driver of the Double Deuce. Let's go ahead and pull Ryan. Ryan McCall, driver of this number 30 Shaboom Rockstraps Chevy Camaro. Ryan right now sitting in P3, up 10 spots from where you qualified. Ryan Crooks and Tyler Dohar have both shown speed tonight. You're going to have PJ O'Leary and Jose Ruiz behind you to make up the top 5. Do you have what it takes to stay where you're at on these older tires? It looks like you're going to have about 8 cars between you and the first guy that pit on lap 96.
Yeah, I'm just going to try not to make a mistake here. Just try to keep it out of the wall, if anything. So, I mean, 19 is a lot. 19 laps left is a lot to go. So, just trying to hold on to it.
Well, but I definitely wish you a whole lot of luck. Go on up there, go get them, and who knows, maybe we'll be talking to you in the top 3 when it's all said and done.
Looking forward to it.
There you go. All right, that was driver 30, Ryan McCall. We're going to go ahead and take a lap around this place, let the pace car lead him. We're going to take a little bit of a momentary break as well. We will be right back. All right, I am back just in time for the lights on the pace car to be out, and for us to get ready to go back racing. Just now going through turns 1 and 2, going down the backstretch. This is really going to be interesting. Usually when we see a caution this late in the race, the aggression level has gone through the roof. Everybody's trying to get whatever spot they can. You've got guys that pit on lap 95 and 96 back in P11, 12, 13, and so on. Meanwhile, the guys pretty much inside the top 10 have all stayed out for that track position. Let's see what it was worth. And let's get ready to set them off. Again, you see the cars all coming through turns 3 and 4, about to hit the front stretch. Pace cars on pit road. Here we go.
Green flag.
Green flag is back out. Here we go. 17 laps to go as they come across the start stripe. Looking forward, and then let's go on back up with our leader, the 25 of Ryan Crooks. 17 of Tyler Dohar. PJ O'Leary right now sitting in P number 3, but look at this gaggle of cars. Everybody trying for the best possible position, knowing that 17 laps, the entire race is winding down. 23 of Jose Ruiz absolutely throwing that McDonald's car into the fryer. See if he can come on up off the corner. No slide. There we go. 30 staying right in front of him. We got the 28 of Brian Pizzicemi out there, staying 3 wide. 69 of Holzer getting a little sideways, able to hold on to it. Great job, great driving by Holzer. The man lost some spots, but did not wreck the field. What a great save by Holzer. Yotes King out there in chat saying, "I knew it was going to get wrecked. Dang it, man!" But it is what it is, I guess. But I saw you in the back in that number 3, Frankenstein car. But man, it looked good. You were up inside the top 12 after some pitch strategy. You did your thing, man. This is a hard track to get a hold of. Saw a little bit of contact there between the 19 and 69 as the 30 double deuce and 23 and 7 continue to battle it out. We know the 7 here of Andrew Wisdom. He's fast. He can get back up there and try to challenge, but I don't know if he's got enough time right now sitting in P5. And it looks like he is a good, what did he be? Good couple seconds back. Yeah, 2.2 seconds back. How about this, though? The 69 of Holzer getting on back by the 22, pulling back to the back bumper of the 7. We just saw him make a great save, great slide. And now, he was able to get back in the throttle and trying to make up some spots one more time. Great job by him. Ryan Crooks still leads. The 77 of Dohar. PJ O'Leary still your top 3. Getting closer and closer to 10 to go. 5 cautions on the night. And if these guys continue to race side by side and really trying to grab every spot they can by just throwing the car into the corner, that may not have been our last caution. And then we know what that's like. 37 throwing his machine to the inside of the 30. That's going to be Andrew Sanford trying to take a spot. Yotzking says, next week, Pete, hopefully haven't had any luck on Monday nights. Have added up, I finished one out of the 18 past races. Well, bud, I know you're a big fan of Michigan. You'll be able to go and get them. I got all kinds of faith in you and that Patriot Esports Ford Mustang and Chevrolet and whatever make or model you decide to run that week. I got you, Yotes. Again, that's Byron Jones talking, driver of the 3. And yeah, unfortunate circumstance took him out of the race early. So Andrew Wisdom in this number 7, again showing why he is fast. I mean, he's getting closer and closer, able to get on by the 77. Here comes his 69 after a great save to try to challenge for P number 3 as well. Dohar's to its outside. There's the 24 of PJ O'Leary as well. You got that right, Yotes. Here comes Wisdom. Fresh versus old tires. But you would imagine by the time he gets up there, the tires will be somewhat balanced out. You would think anyway. I guess we'll have to see. 10 laps to go. Now a battle for P number 2, 25, 7, 69. Both the MGG cars up there. 7's going to go ahead and throw it in low. Looks like 25 might have cooked it a little bit too much getting into the corner. Is he going to be able to save P3? Yep, he's going to come on down, shut the door on the 77. 24 is going to lose one more spot. Andrew Wisdom back up top where he spent most of the beginning part of this race, and he showed to really have a great long run car. I think he's got a very, very good shot now with 9 laps to go. Holzer, though, there is never any give up in the driver of this 69 Camaro. If he can get this sealed, that will be yet another win to notch on his belt. Crooks right now sitting in P number 3 with Dohar right behind him, as well as that 24. Dohar is a stalker. If he can get to it, to the back bumper of that 25, we'll have to see if he'll choose to use it. Raced for a couple years over on the Xbox side with Dohar, part of the Pro League racing program. Actually drove for Junior Motorsports for Dale Earnhardt Jr. and Filter Time Filters, or Blake Koch. So he knows what he's doing behind the wheel as well. And then, of course, PJ O'Leary throwing it back to Jeff Gordon in this number 24. So let the stalking begin. If Holzer gets up there, will he be able to do anything with the 7, or did that slide that the 69 went through, did that kind of aggravate those tires? Did he get the goods off them before he was able to get back in the throttle and start to make up positions one more time? He's got the freshest, tires aside from the 7. The people that are up front right now, these two anyway, they last pit on lap 95 and 96. The 3rd, 4th, and 5th, they last pit on lap 82. And then Tom Flitcroft back here, he also last pit on lap 95. So we'll have to see just how much room TomTom is able to make up, or again, if all the tires are kind of balanced out. And just as I say that, Tom makes up a whole bunch of time off the back end of that 24, 5 laps remaining. All right, so we know what's going on here. Back up front again, you got the 7, you got the 69, and you got the 25 of Ryan Crooks. I keep going to the 69, but unfortunately he blinks out, and when that happens, it throws my cameras off. So I've got to switch up pretty quick. So Tyler Dohar, he last pit on lap 82, right as well as Ryan Crooks. The 24 also back on lap 82. That's what's making this battle so great, because it really is a battle of people with the same tires. As you see the 12 of Tom Flitcroft trying to work his way into the picture. He's got newer tires as well. He last pit on lap 95. Have to see if he's going to be able to get up there and really do anything with these guys. Nothing changing between Wisdom and Holzer, but this 12 is trying to change everything to the good on his behalf. You see the gap there still on the scoring pylon. Good 8/10 between Wisdom and Holzer. Right now, Holzer doesn't really show to have anything for Wisdom, but I think it's going to be due to that spin. Right now, this is the battle for P number 3. Ryan Crooks has it. Dohar wants it. So does the 24 of PJ O'Leary, Matt O'Brien, Tom Flitcroft, Nate Mon, Brendan Book, and Brian Pizzichemi. That's going to be your top 10. Brian Pizzichemi now is up 22 spots since the race started. Jose Ruiz and Ben Branscombe both up 19. Ryan Crooks up 12. Tyler Dohar up 15. Two laps remaining. I'll tell you what, these guys went through that corner like they were, at a snail's pace. But that just goes to show what the older tires really do. So now Tyler Dohar able to work his way into P number 3. You see the 24 back there. Looks like Ryan Crooks is losing spot after spot. Not quite sure if he tagged the wall and I missed it or what. But white flag is out. Here's Andrew Wisdom. There's the 69 of Holzer. This is going to be all Andrew Wisdom coming to the line after he finishes turns 3 and 4. And he's going to bring this number 7, which looks to be a lucky number for him tonight, Nexus Camaro, to victory lane. James Holtz is going to be P2. And how about Tyler Dohar? Is he going to be able to hold off this 20? Coming off of turns 3 and 4, you know the 20 is going to try. Dohar is going to come on down and block it. Dohar finishes P3. Matt O'Brien, our current points leader, is going to sit P4. Matt O'Brien, and Thomas Flitcroft going to be P number 5. ROK NASCAR says congrats, Wisdom, and I couldn't agree more. 69 is going to come on up, give a little congratulations. As well as the 39, he was a lap down, I believe. 77 of Dohar is going to pull on up, but Wisdom, he's going to be out there on track all by himself, doing everything that he needs to do to celebrate this win. All right, let's go ahead and bring our ticker back up and let the 7 start to celebrate. Burn it down, Mr. Wisdom. You've absolutely deserved it. He'll pull up in front of the flag stand, take himself a little picture, and go ahead and call it a race in this Nexus number 7. And again, big, great job. We'll definitely look forward to seeing this driver again on Thursday night. Actually, this Thursday's race in the Shake and Bake Indy Series had to have a little bit of a change due to the iRacing setup. So instead of those guys running Milwaukee, I'm pretty sure, they're actually going to go ahead and run at Auto Club. So that's going to be a bad, fast race for those guys. All right, guys, I'm going to go ahead and bring up your results one more time for the race, so you can go ahead and go through, look for your drivers, and then we're going to go ahead and get your top 3 into the booth. We'll be right back. All right, ladies and gents, thank you for staying put. Absolutely appreciate it. There you see your finishing order up on screen. But in the booth, we're going to start off with driver 77, the one and only Tyler Dohar. Talked a little bit about him on track, being a pro leaguer, actually driving for Juniors Motorsports and Blake Koch under the Filter Time banner. During his time on that platform, now on iRacing, making, I believe, as he just pointed out, his first appearance post-race here with the Shake and Bake Cup Series. Tyler, man, tell you what, but it was one hell of a race for you. In the very early beginning, saw you kind of dropping back just a little bit, able to keep the nose of that Camaro clean for the most part, bringing home P3 up 15 spots after qualifying, and you really had to battle those last 10 laps or so with Ryan Crooks and a few others that were on the same lap tire as you after pitting on lap 82. Talk us through your race and maybe a little bit of a strategy, if you don't mind.
Yeah, I mean, we had an EOL to start the race. We had a penalty from last week that we had to serve, just kind of sticking up for ourselves. But we've had a rough season. It's finally great to just be in the booth. We had a race that kind of went our way where we didn't get run over or get caught up in somebody else, overdriving what they have. But just fighting that from that far back, Pete, I mean, we started dead last. I was still at a dead stop almost trying to get cars by me because the EOL was situated so late. And we just worked our way up. We got up to about 15th before the pit stop started. I was just burning right front like crazy, but I was just trying to keep it, nice and conservative and just keep the tires under me, and just try to study because we were really off in practice. We were about 4/10 off everybody, all the fast guys, but we found some speed in the middle of the race in that first run, and then from there we were able to gain some track position and run up front. Made a strategy call with about 25 to go. Half the field came, half the field didn't. I felt clean air was more important for me, so we took the risk there. We caught a couple quick cautions that kind of narrowed our disadvantage on tires, but I knew the 7 and the 69 were going to get by us, so it was just kind of trying to position ourselves for a top 5 finish, and luckily we were able to get to the 25 and make the pass there. I didn't shift as much as other guys. I would only go down to 4th gear in 1 and 2. I wouldn't go down to 3rd, and I wouldn't shift in 3 and 4 because I just didn't trust the wheel spin if I picked the throttle up too aggressive. But I just wanted to give a shout out. I know James will talk about it a little later, but we lost a dear comrade of ours on the Xbox side, Carl Dickey. If you guys knew him as Pre-Built.
Yep.
He is, man, one of the, when I think of the capstones of the NASCAR Heat community, especially on Xbox, it was Carl, man. Before every Pro League race, he'd shoot me a message. We maybe talked a handful of times before Pro League, but he'd always shoot me a message, wish me good luck, and he got me involved in a lot of the smaller, more grassroots leagues. So, I know he's affected James and us tremendously. Certainly our prayers are with his family, but, didn't have time to come up with a tribute car, but, Carl was helping me there because I don't know who the hell was driving the car there to get it up to 3rd place, but it wasn't me. So credit to Carl Dickey, man. I'm going to miss you, brother.
Yeah, I definitely remember Carl Dickey from a lot of years back, going through the insider days and so on. That been around a long time. His friends list over on the Xbox side was always very, very full. A lot of people liked having a lot of the long conversations. And I remember one track that specifically stood out for him was Dover. The man absolutely loved that concrete track, and he will absolutely be missed. Dohar, I agree with you 100%.
Yeah, thanks for putting this broadcast on. Thanks to Shake and Bake, to Eliza, and everybody who puts the effort forth in this to have us do it. Congrats to Andrew on the big win there. He had a really fast car. I mean, the guys who finished top 2 are probably the guys who ran top 2 all race. So I think in the end, strategy aside, it shook out how it should have been for those 2 at least.
There you go. Congratulations on your P3. Great job, Dohar. We'll look forward to seeing you next week at Michigan. I know a track that you love and near and dear to your heart. I remember a couple of great finishes over on that console side with you in it.
Absolutely. Back to you, Pete.
Yeah. Guys and gals, if you remember a league named eSpark, that man right there, the mastermind behind all of it. So, again, congrats. All right, let's go ahead and bring on driver of this number 69 EMGG Glitch Energy Camaro, the one and only James Holzer. Holzer, another great top 2, top 3 finish for you to just add to your racing resume here on iRacing. We're talking about, of course, pre-built. Back in the console days, your name was Big John. I remember racing with you and broadcasting the eSpark races over on console. Tonight, you bring home a great finish. Talk us through your race and how important was that right front all the way through?
Yeah, first of all, before we even get involved in anything with the race, thoughts and prayers with Carl's family. Kind of like Tyler said, he was one of the backbones of the Xbox community over on NASCAR Heat, and kind of where I got my start at, actually, running in hosting lobbies, and met up with Carl, and then ended up running in BKR, which was one of the leagues that he ran in, and actually he ran that league. So if you played with me in the very beginning of the days, my gamer tag was BKR Big John. So yeah, so that touches back to that. And funny you mentioned Dover. I was scrolling through our messages today, just scrolling through, and that was one of the tracks that he gave me a setup for. And he was always the guy that would say, hey, you know what, I'll sit down, we'll get all the guys in here, we'll help you build a fast car. So he always told me to take it easy on those tires, and I didn't listen on that last run. I about lost it in front of the whole field, but gathered it back up and was able to drive the P2. But yeah, talking about the race, I think the right front wasn't as crucial as the right rear, surprisingly. I was losing a lot of right rear grip, just really trying to push hard, but the clean air, more than anything, was huge. It was just really hard to break that bubble, and even if you could, get the position, they could run you really tight. through either 1 and 2 or through 3 and 4 to keep you down there, and they keep the outside momentum rolling. But right front was definitely crucial. I would almost say they were equally as important, because obviously you need the right front to turn to center, but if you didn't have anything on that exit with the right rear, especially if you're trying to make a pass on the bottom, definitely needed it. But didn't have our best qualifying lap in the world. Made our way up through and kind of ran like right around P2, P3 all race. O'Brien had that long run figured out, so I wasn't sure if it was going to be going 1 stop or 2 stop, but I was looking at our fall off, and the fall off was tremendous. So I was going to pit on lap 40, but there was a car in front of me, and I didn't want to chance it with going in there in case we had a mistake. So went 1 lap later and pitted, and quite unfortunately, the caution came out right after. It was a big call there whether to take tires or not. Looking back at it, I shouldn't have, because the tires were okay, and just the way the cautions fell, it would have worked out probably better in my favor. But either way, we put ourselves in the position where we had to. We were the first car on the new tires, and we were really carving our way through. And I made a move, and trying to go down low there on Jose, and it just started to turn back to the right when I got on the brakes. I'm not sure if it was the seam that kicked me back up to the right or not, but I jerked the wheel all the left as far as I could and slid the whole corner, gathered it back up, drove our way back up. But Wisdom definitely had the car beat. He was good on the short, medium, and the long run. Like I said, I think O'Brien might have got back to us, but that far in the run, I don't know if it'd have been that easy to pass per se. Like I said, with being able to pinch and really keep the run going on the second lane. But that's pretty much how the race went.
Yeah, man, definitely one hell of a race, and I have to comment on that looseness you had, and then that slide coming across the track. You didn't collect anybody. You fell back a good 4 or 5 spots. You were able to regain it all, and I thought for sure, watching that car slide, seeing the tire smoke come up, I thought for sure your tires were cooked. They weren't gonna really work for you. But then again, you were kind of facing cars that had 13 lap older tires on them on theirs than you did, so it wasn't gonna hurt you that much.
Once I got back to second there and I was trying to reel in Andrew, I had all the give out of the tires from that. I mean, that was a massive slide, so I was just pushing really hard, and we were just stuck on that gap, and then the bubble with the dirty air, and then I just started getting really loose, and I missed a corner, and I was like, oh, we're just gonna ride, get P2 instead of wrecking ourselves.
There you go. Well, phenomenal finish there. Any quick shout outs for you?
Yeah, shout out to you as always in the booth for doing an awesome job. Looking forward to going back and rewatching this race. I thought this was a really good race.
Yeah.
Had a few cautions, but a lot of different strategies, a lot of hard, clean racing. Had a lot of fun. But thanks to everybody as well in S&B, from Eliza, Jordan, Brendan Book, everybody else, John Honeycutt, everybody that puts this on week in and week out. I've had a blast, and I've really enjoyed myself finding a home here in S&B, and it's just a good group of people, and it's a lot of fun to race with. It doesn't really matter where you finish, as long as you come out and have a good time and run all the laps. It's a good time. Just got to thank everybody on the car as well.
There you go. I tell you what, that it doesn't seem like the new wheel. What do they used to call that, sophomore slump, where you're trying to learn something new. Doesn't seem like there's any kind of a sophomore slump with the new equipment you've got. Congrats again on your runner-up, sir.
Yeah, thank you.
You got it. All right, now we definitely got to bring in this guy, Andrew Wisdom. Like I said a couple of times during the race, not only are you seeing this guy here tonight, but we're also going to catch up with him again this Thursday night with the Shake and Bake Indy Series. A little bit of a change in that schedule. They're actually going to be at Auto Club. You want to talk about a very, very fast 2-mile oval, and those things are going to be a handful to drive, not only because of the draft, but also because that track is very, very bumpy. But Andrew, it really seemed like after about the first 45 laps, you went down pit road. You kind of got trapped back just a little bit, and slowly but surely, as the race went on, you were able to work your way back on up. We started to see that 7 more and more, and here you are in victory lane. Was there ever a part of the race where you thought, man, it's just not going to happen?
Oh yeah, for sure. After that first run, when I came into the pits, I thought we were probably going to be the car to beat if it would have went green. Then just got caught there in the back and had to work our way up. And then when we had that huge crash down the back stretch,
Yeah.
I actually got into the back of my own teammate and gave myself about a minute and a half of damage. So at one point I was like tail end of the lead lap and like 23rd or 24th, with all that damage to fix and old tires too. I didn't even get to change my tires before we went back green. So I got lucky that we had another wreck. And I believe when I actually then did get tires, that was when like it was kind of split there with like 25 to go, and like I think I jumped from like 23rd to 15th with that first big wreck, and then worked our way up from there through the field. But yeah, I didn't think it was going to happen. I'm tickled to death. This is my first start of the season in the NASCAR side of things, and it's my home track and everything too.
Wow.
So I can't believe that at all. It's been a crazy couple of weeks with Cup actually coming to my home track for the first time, and then being able to pull this off here. I just can't believe it.
Well, you got Texas and Long Beach on the Indy side. Now you can add Gateway to your racing resume here in Shake and Bake. Any prelude to what we're going to see Thursday night over at Auto Club?
We'll see. I think that race is going to be pretty crazy, as wide as that track is and as fast as it is. I think it'll be a pretty good race. Probably a lot of position swapping around and maybe 3-4 wide action and whatever else. So should definitely be entertaining if nothing else.
I'll definitely get your weight jacket ready. Congratulations, Andrew Wisdom, driving over this number 7 Chevrolet. Hell of a race. Nexus would be proud. All right, guys and gals, that is going to be it for me. I definitely appreciate everybody that came out, hung out, chatted up, kept me company. EMGG, definitely appreciate the raid with 17 just a little bit ago. Exemi, I'm going to guess is how you pronounce that. Hello, right back at you, and welcome. We will be back next Monday night, live from Michigan. We were just talking about what you're going to see this Thursday at Auto Club on the Indy side. We'll wait to see Michigan on the Cup car side. You want to talk about bad, fast? You could almost call those tracks sister tracks. It's going to be a hell of a lot of fun, hell of a great race. You're not going to want to miss it. For tonight, thank you very much again to everybody. We will see you again very, very soon. Keep the